Rajesh, and my topic of the presentation is the case study. So I would like to start from the definitions given by some critics on the case study. So first author is the P.V. Young. She said that the case study method is the exploring and analyzing any particular social unit. That unit could be a person, individual person, a family, institutions, cultural group, or even the entire group community. Next, my next author of the definition. The next definition is given by the Good and Hat. He is saying that the case study method is to collecting and organizing the social data to preserve it in a unitary form to be further studied. And then we proceed to the sources of the data that we collect for the case study. The sources are the primary sources and the secondary sources. The primary sources are the interview given by the particular individual or the particular unit that we are going to study, and the autobiographies, self-written diaries, and the self-written diaries, and the personal accounts, whatever they can give to us. And then we will further proceed to the secondary source. The secondary source are the the biographies written by any other authors, the articles and the books by any other authors. These are the secondary sources in which can help us in the case study. And then we will move to the steps which we have to follow in the case study. So the steps are the identifying the problem. First we have to identify the problem that and then we will select the particular case on which we are going to do a case study. So that particular case is selected, and then we will find out that particular unit which we are going to study. And then we will find the scope of the studying that particular unit, by which scope, like analyzing it, or descriptive study, or comparative study that we are going to do about that particular unit that we have selected for our study. And then we will move to the that we will give the description about it, the course of event, full description, whatever we will find in that study. Then we will give it in the written format, and then we will find write down the determining factors. What are the factors, the cause and the effects, the variables which have been influenced that particular unit and the situation that it is in. And then we'll draw a conclusion after that in the last. Then I have to give a importance of the case study. So next we have the importance of the case study is it helps us to formulate the hypothesis. Firstly, we can formulate a hypothesis after studying the case study, because it gives it helps the intensive study, because whatever the unit we choose, we used to study it from the past. Like if we choose Indira Gandhi as our particular unit as an individual to study, then we will go from the past, that when she was born, and the upbringing she had gone through, and then the schooling and the parentings, all things we will study. And then we will come to the contemporary time. So it is very intensive study, because we will have to do a whole study from past to present. And then the qualitative nature, because it is more tend to observe the particular unit, the behaviors there. It is more tend to logical rather than factual based. It is so that's why it is a qualitative study. We don't survey or collect a sample to study that particular unit. So that's why it lacks sampling method also. And the next we find some personal experiences also there. And the formation of the important documents also, because we study it as a whole, because all aspects we are looking for the our study. So the economical study, political study, and the geographical study, religious aspects, all the aspects we are looking for that the particular unit to a study, so that so it is the completeness in itself. So it is a documentation, important documentation that are forming for others, and also and for the benefit of the society. So these are the importance. So C.H. Cooley is another critic who has also said that case study develops our perception and gives us clear insight into the life. It is a direct and observable, observe the behavior. It is rather than the indirect and abstract form. So and the last, I would like to throw a light on the limitations of the case study. So because it is given by any particular unit individual, they have given their own interpretation, whatever they felt like. So it is somehow in any sense we can say it is a biased, because it is their personal feelings that they are sharing to us. So it is biased also. We lack the sampling method in it, because we do qualitative research, it is not a quantitative. So we don't do a surveys and things, and it is most expensive, because we have to study from the past, and then we can also visit that person personally, so to observe their behavior, or so our further research, it is most unverified facts that we are collecting, and because nobody can justify this fact that yes, this is verified facts that are given by that particular person or any families. So so this is the my presentation about the case study, and thank you.
Very nice.
Next one.
Next is